At a time when crime is out of control in America and buying guns on the street is easier than ever, there's one man who thinks by supplying the criminals with their ammunition, he can help get those guns off the street. Tucked away in this quiet suburban home in Northern Virginia is Phil Shaw with his latest invention.
Bogus bullets. This is a way of taking illicit firearms off of the street. The bogus bullet looks like ammunition, but when fired, it permanently disables the gun it's fired in. There's no danger to the person pulling the trigger. There's no danger to the person being shot at.
And how do these bogus bullets work?
The whole point of the bogus bullets is that it is a sting operation against the most violent criminals. It only works when the trigger is pulled. And when it is pulled, the incendiary compound, which replaces the smokeless powder of a conventional bullet, welds the gun shut.
But who would be most affected by these bullets?
The juveniles, the drug pushers, the crackpots who are willing to pull the trigger, who have guns, who are not willing to turn them in for the buybacks, but who are still vulnerable to being stung by this because you have to have ammunition, you have to rely on your ammunition, and if you shoot the gun and it's bogus, the gun's disabled.
How will bogus bullets affect the millions of legitimate gun owners?
Bogus bullets should not have a great effect on legitimate gun owners. They will only be available to the military and to law enforcement agencies. They will never be sold in stores. So as long as a gun owner purchases ammunition in a store or reloads it himself and does not buy it on the black market, he will never encounter bogus bullets.
What will bogus bullets cost?
The cost of converting a round from a regular ammunition into a bogus bullet will be $12 to $8 per round, depending on the size of the order. And this is fairly expensive compared to regular ammunition, but cheap compared to other means of getting guns off the street. The cost of the taxpayers of arresting and prosecuting an individual for firearms violations is in the thousands of dollars. The gun buyback programs offer typically $75 to $100 per gun. There's a recent trial in California where they were offering $300 per gun, but only managed to collect one gun. So at $8 a cartridge, bogus bullets are very cost effective.
With budgets so tight, how can cities afford bogus bullets?
There is money in the recent crime bill which is set aside for cities to purchase technology to augment police presence. Bogus bullets falls into that category of technology. We've been talking about bogus bullets for some time, and I'd like to do a demonstration of how bogus bullets work. This is a Firestar 45 caliber semi-automatic. It's not a classic design like the Colt 45. It's not a collectible gun or one that can be used in competition shooting. It's just effective for putting large holes in things at close range. It's a good example of what the police face every day. Cheap, easily concealed, and deadly. Bogus bullets offer police a way to eliminate thousands of guns like this without the expense and danger of eliminating them one by one. Not much to see or hear. There's no danger to the gunman or the person being shot at because there's no explosion and no bullet leaves the barrel. But as you can see, this gun is irreparably jammed. By taking thousands of guns out of the hands of violent criminals, bogus bullets will result in saving both lives and property. Every bogus bullet fired is another gun retired permanently.